Hello, I'm Jordan, and today I will be teaching you guys how to tape a flag. The first thing we're going to be learning is the anatomy of a flag. Okay, cool, we have our flag. The first thing that we're going to be learning about is the pole. My pole is 6 foot, but yours could differ based on your height. Now this long piece of fabric is called the silk. At the top here is what we call our top end cap. And at the bottom here is our bottom end cap. Right in the middle of our flag here is our tab. Then on our pole we have our first tape and our second tape, or our top cheater and our bottom cheater. Now that we have our anatomy down, we're okay to start taping. So I actually have this blue silk on my flag right now, but make sure before you start taping you untape whatever you have on your current pole. So let me do that really quick. Hello, I'm up here now. Listen closely because this is the stuff you're gonna need. To start off, you need your flagpole. You're gonna need 2 bolts. Make sure one of your bolts is bigger than the other. If they are the same size, you may need to wrap electrical tape around one of them to make one heavier than the other. You're gonna need 2 caps. These are the end caps that go at the top and the bottom of the flag. Next, you're gonna need some scissors. And you're gonna need your electrical tape. I'm using white, but you could use whatever color you want. And obviously, you need your silk. I'm taping on this purple one here. It's a little bit beat up, but it'll do. You do not need a dog for this task, so sorry, but bye, Lacey. Great, so now we could start with the taping. The first thing you're going to need is your bolt. I'm going to be starting with the top side of the pole, so make sure you have your bigger bolt. You're going to get your tape and start wrapping your tape all around the bolt. This is to make sure it does not rattle while it's in the flag. This does add extra weight to the pole, so be aware of how much tape you're adding. Now I'm getting my tape and I'm cutting 2 little strips. Now you're going to add your bolt inside of your pole, and you're going to put the 2 strips of tape over it and crossing each other. As you can see, we have a little cross there, and you're just going to tape the bolt down to the pole with that. Now that you did that, you're going to get your silk. Now right here, you're going to find the pointy or the longer side. Your silk should have a little pocket so you can slide the pole inside. Now you're going to put your pole inside, and you're going to make sure that the longer side is closer to the middle of the pole. Now that you have your silk on, you're going to tape around with electric tape to secure the silk. There's usually a little seam right there, so I like to fold it where you can't see it. Now here I have my tape and I'm taping around the silk and the pole so they could be secure together. Now you're going to cut there and now it's on. Next thing you're going to do is get your end cap. Mine is a little dirty, but it's okay. Now you're going to stick on the cap over and place it on as tight as you can. To tape the top of the cap, you're going to make 3 strips. Now that you have your 3 strips, you're going to be placing them across your end cap. You're going to start with the first one in the middle. You're going to put the next one right next to it, and you're going to make sure that you're stretching it out just a little bit so it's not bumpy. Now you're just going to get your tape and wrap it all around the cap. Make sure you don't tape too far into the flag. It should only be about 1 inch. Now we're moving on to the tab. You're going to find your seam again and fold it so the seam is hidden. You're going to get your tape and you're going to tape your silk to the pole. Now that the top is done, we're going to repeat the process and do the bottom side. So make sure you have your smaller bolt. And again, you're just going to tape all around it. You're going to cut 2 tapes. Now make the cross again and tape your bolt down to your flag. Again, you're going to get your end cap and put it on the pole. You're going to cut 3 more strips of tape to put over the top. Now you're going to get your tape and tape all around the end cap. Now you have finished taping your flag. Now I like to test my flag by putting my hand right under the tab. If the flag falls on the silk side, that means your bolts are on the right side. If it falls on the other side, then you may have to switch your bolts. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.